everybody! Happy Chinese New Year! Maraming salamat po for tuning in. We are now live here at Tambayanihan Garden Cafe. So we are here with my family and all of our other friends, no, na sumusuporta sa atin. So our topic for today is about big LCF for beginners. Kasi it's the Chinese New Year na magkaiba sa regular New Year talaga na January 1. So I think it is a good opportunity, especially those na mga sinabi nating nadapa last Christmas, last holiday season, na gusto sanang mag New Year's resolution ng January, but for some reasons, medyo nahirapan at hindi nagawa yung mga ideal goals when it comes to our health and lifestyle na mga goals natin, including our food choices, our fasting schedule. So, Chinese New Year is actually an opportunity for us to do all that. It's like a second chance, no? It's like a second New Year for another New Year's resolution. So, if you have your own experiences when it comes to getting back to starting out, kindly put it in the comment section. Help all those beginners, no? Especially yung mga ka-life without rice natin. So, we will check if we can try to post this actually with all of our other pages and of course our other groups, Life Without Rice and Low Carb Feasting and Fasting Community, para makasabay natin yung other na mga friends and mga ka-low carb and ka-fasting natin. So if you are there watching, kindly share it also in your timeline so your friends and families can also enjoy this episode. Especially yung mga mahal nating mga kasabay sa riceless way of life. Okay? Yun yung ating isa sa mga pinaka-importante natin, no? So, if you have your own experiences as well, kindly share this. We are live both in Global TV Network and of course in my page. This is your Diet Doctora, Dr. Josephine Grace Chua Rojo. I hope you are well. We will discuss LCF for beginners. So, a lot of our followers are actually, I know, no, mga pros na when it comes to fasting. Yung iba nga nakadiscover ng fasting even way before I did, no? And of course, our low carb feasting, kapag kumakain tayo, riceless yan, wala yung high carbohydrate. So if you have your own experiences, kindly share this with our friends, and for those na mga na noon first timers pang nakapanood sa atin, hello, and of course from first timers, second time, third time around, and now no, halos hindi na mabilang as to how often do we get to be with them during our FB Live episode. So before we start, I would like to say hi. First commenter natin, Eleanor Papio Caranzo. Hello. I hope you are enjoying this Chinese New Year. Kahit hindi naman tayo Chinese. Ako, hindi na naman ako full Chinese. Although my mom is half Chinese yung mom ko. So, I am by blood 1/4 Chinese, but culture-wise, hindi talaga kami nagpa-practice. But it's another reason to celebrate. It's another reason to get together, especially with our loved ones, intimately with our families na kasama natin sa household. But sometimes it's different when we celebrate it for a reason. So, that's why we are also celebrating Chinese New Year. And I hope you are having a wonderful Friday as well. If you are not celebrating this year of the ox, no? 2021 is the year of the ox. Hindi ko pa na-check yung yung sa ating anong tawag doon ng mga Sagittarius, Libra, yung horoscope natin, if it's lucky for us or not. So maybe, but I hope everybody is gonna have a good luck. But if ever we don't rely only on luck, but we take charge of our body, especially when it comes to our health, that's why we are here. That's why we are trying to learn as many things as we can when it comes to low carb feasting and this lifestyle that we chose to have, the fasting lifestyle. So in addition to Eleanor, hello Carmen Ang Domingo and Abeliana Kasha. How are you? I'm okay. I'm really, really good. Right now, I'm already in my 19th hour going 20th hour fast, no? Kasi last night, medyo matagal kami nag-close ng window namin because we also celebrated, aside from welcoming the Chinese New Year, we also celebrated my brothers and my sister-in-law's wedding anniversary. So, kasabay ng whole family, my siblings, and also my closest aunts and cousins. Nag-celebrate kami dito still in Tambayanihan Garden Cafe. If you are here in Bacolod, or you know people who are living in Bacolod, kindly inform them that we have unlimited grilled pork. No, it's a grilled feast this coming weekend. It's a Valentine weekend, at the same time Chinese New Year celebration for all of us. So kindly invite them. Kathy Virtudes, hello. Emil Dexter, hi Doc, good to see you again, and good to see you too. Thank you so much for watching. Richelle Pagaduan Domingo, hello, and Yoli Katapia Dagos. Doc, please discuss also topics about varicose veins. Is LCIF also good in its treatment? Okay, so we will tackle about that. This episode, although we are considering LCF, low carb feasting and fasting for beginners, this is also a live Q&A episode. So with live Q&A episode, actually we entertain all the questions related to health and wellness. So we will answer natin yung concern mo about varicose veins, why they occur, why people can actually consider going into low carb and fasting as a possible means to improve the varicose veins, no, if it really has a relationship with that. Okay, so Oni, Sir Ronnie, hello po, and of course our dearest Annabelle, hi Doc, happy Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year din po sa'yo. And of course Ma'am Jo Laksamana, hello. Maraming salamat for tuning in. Ano yung celebration natin dyan? What do you have? So kami dito, since we have unlimited grilled pork, so meron akong greens. So yan na yung greens namin. And of course, sorry sa mga hindi, but we are actually having this, no? So it's pork chop. And it's proud low carb pork chop marinated in cocoa aminos, and of course, meron tayong kalamansi. Although meron siyang concentrate, no, kasi napagod kaming pumiga talaga ng aming own calamansi, so we used a calamansi concentrate. So hindi naman na parami, just enough. So Venus Aisha Escandar, top fan here. Doc, mahiya naman ako niyan. Ako kaya, idol kaya kita. Doc Venus is a very, very dear PDA resident namin noon when I was still in internship way back in 2014, 2015. Idol namin yan. Sobrang cool. And I feel so honored na we are together right now in this low carb feasting and fasting community. And I hope as PDA, I know, no, na you are no longer just treating them the usual ways of just giving medications. We now know that, especially sa ngayong panahon, maraming bata having allergies, having obesity, even having diabetes as early as 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. And teens are having a lot of problem mentally coming from physical na problem like obesity, or especially yung mga teens na very concerned talaga with social media. Unlike our time na wala pang social media, na hindi kami affected kung ano yung mga pinagfo-flaunt ng mga tao dyan. So the young ones are much vulnerable na kailangan talaga natin sila i-protect. And I'm so at ease and I'm so happy that at least, no, I'm sure at least one pedia specialist, one pediatric doctor is in the right and really good track, no? And I know how much you will advocate good, proper eating, no? Pakainin ng vegetables at wag ice cream. Okay, Marifel Apiag, hello. First time viewer here. Wow! Welcome po. We really welcome more. Of course, meron na tayong mga veteran dito na love ko talaga kahit hindi ko pa nakita, but super love ko because your overwhelming support and love can be felt really here, even all the way from Bacolod. So hello Marifel, I hope you get to enjoy this episode. So we are, naririnig nyo, we are actually a little mga 20 meters ba away from a road, no? So from time to time meron magpa-pass by, especially tricycle. So tricycle, parang indication yan na nasa Pilipinas talaga tayo. Kapag daw meron kang naririnig na kausap mo, tapos sasabihin niyang outside siya or nasa abroad siya, pero kapag may narinig kang tricycle, huwag kayong maniwala. Nasa Pilipinas lang yan. Juliet Garita Mendoza, hi, good evening din sa iyo. Lami kaayo Sir Ronnie, sakto, good. Hi Doc, thanks for showing us the way to better health. The pleasure and honor is mine po, Ma'am Sabrina. Thank you so much, and I'm so happy that you get to share this advocacy, this road to better health to your children as well. Kasi hindi natin mabiblame yung sarili natin if we were able to to teach our children. We taught them not the best kind of health when it comes to food intake, but we can always get back, we can always improve the moment we learn something better, no? So we keep on improving. So Abu Sakina Madaya Dapiton Madia Dapiton, hello, hello, thank you so much. And Henry P. Bayot, good afternoon, happy Chinese New Year. Jessie ako, hi daw, Kong Hei Pachoy, Jessie ako, and to all family, and to yours as well. Rachel Singh, hello, good afternoon, good evening na ba? Papunta ng gabi, di ba? So, mamaya-maya, didilim na talaga di tayo dito. So, Jelin Nabuscarion, always loving your smile and energy, Doktora. Maraming salamat po dahil yan sa fasting, no? Kasi kapag naalam nyo nakakain ako ng carbs, no? Kasi medyo mahina yung utak natin. Hindi naman yung hindi talaga umaandar, pero medyo sluggish. I'd better sleep kapag nakakain ako ng carbs, no? So, medyo mahina talaga. But when I'm fasting, like right now, hindi pa ako nakakain. The only ones I took is this, no? Nalusaw na nakape sa maraming ice. So, eto na yung itsura niya. So, it's actually black coffee na plain coffee without sugar, without cream. Yun lang yung iniinom namin. Kaming lahat dito. Kami me and my brother, my sister, all of our family. Yun lang iniinom namin. Parang soft drinks na siya para sa amin. And it's really, really refreshing. Eduardo Saison, hi Doc, watching from Barangay Estefania. Wow, taga Bacolod. Hello, sir. We actually go home in Estefania whenever merong long weekend. And so we stay. My brother's house is there in Camelot Residences. So I hope to meet you. And if you can drop by this weekend, meron tayong unlimited pork dito sa Tambayanihan Cafe, just here in Cametal Road in Bata. So, Richelle Pagaduan Domingo, hello Doc, advisable po ba mag-umad ang everyday umad? So, we already have 2 questions, no, regarding varicose veins and umad. So, we will tackle that. Make sure muna natin, wala na tayong na-miss. So, Annabelle, Ronnie, Yoli, Katapia. Okay, discuss also topics about varicose veins. So, yun na yun. And Richelle. So, I think we're good. We can already start. Lastly, Deodato Adamas, good afternoon, from San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. I'm so happy because of social media, because of this modernization and technology, no, we were able to reach people as far as the places na hindi pa natin napuntahan. So, dumating ang bago nating additional na pagkain. So, this is parang bulalo. But in here, we call this just nilatan. So, it's just plain nilagang pork. Hindi naman. Nilagang pork with pechay. So, Chinese pechay lang. I will share with you something about Chinese pechay and cabbage mamaya. So, it's something that we know for a while. But this time, na-realize namin talaga that if you choose between pechay and cabbage, you'd rather choose pechay every time. Bakit? We will tackle about that in a short while. So, to start, LCF for beginners. LCF for beginners, low carb and fasting for beginners. So, paano mo simulan? As Filipinos, we know our food is very much dependent on rice, no? Dependent talaga tayo sa kanin. So, ngayon, how to remove it is, how to start it is just to eliminate the rice. That's why also, it is the name of our Facebook group called Life Without Rice. And by rice, we mean all the other carbohydrates. Ano yung iba-ibang carbohydrates that usually accompany our food intake? It includes bread, kasi yun yung always staple natin. Kada kanto, no? Especially Cebu. I've been to Cebu 1/3 of my life I've spent in Cebu. So, doon talaga, halos kada kanto. Sa isang kanto nga, minsan dalawang bake shop. So, grabe yung bread sa culture natin. So, removal of rice and bread would be the first most important thing na kaya natin i-remove. Kasi, yun yung pinaka-importante because it is not a known fact na nakakasama sila sa ating katawan. Okay? Yung sweets, yung desserts, yung soft drinks, actually, it is like a common knowledge na. Lahat alam na hindi yan nakakabuti sa atin. And we just take them knowing, thinking na baka eventually, baka hindi naman tayo ganun ka-vulnerable, but it is already a known fact na nakakasama yung mga sweets na yon. So actually, kapag sinabihan mo yung tao na i-limit yan, they will not have that much resistance. No? Although, resistance would come from, sabi natin, mas grabe sila kahilig sa matatamis, grabe sila kahilig sa sweets, sobrang mahilig nila sa mga ganung pagkain, pero the knowledge is already quite universal na sweets and processed foods are really unhealthy. But for mindset, which is the very most important thing when starting out a healthier, better lifestyle when it comes to nutrition, kailangan talaga i-correct natin muna yon. So one thing is to unravel or i-expose natin yung mga pagkain na akala natin healthy, na nagpapanggap na essential sa ating pamumuhay, na nagpapanggap na importante when it comes to nutrition. So number one would be the rice and breads, no? So rice and breads including pasta and a usual alternative, potato, mashed potato, french fries, all of those. Yung pinaka-usual side dish natin, yung pinapares natin sa ating mga ulam, yun yung kailangan nating baguhin. So, if hindi ka man mahilig sa gulay like us, no? And mind you, hindi rin ako kumakain ng gulay. I think 5 years ago pa lang kami nag-meet ng gulay. So, kung hindi ka mahilig kumain nito at ayaw mong kumain nito, then don't. Hindi kita pipilitin. But as long as hindi ka rin kakain ng kanin at hindi ka rin kakain ng tinapay at breads, okay? So, if you do that, what you can eat? Ulam. You can focus on your ulam. Kain ka lang ng kain ng ulam. So, you won't have any excuse na hindi ka kakain ng gulay. Before, we used to think na kapag kumain ka ng gulay, magiging healthy ka na. But yun. I made another post about that. Kung kumain ka ng gulay, pero kung ipapares mo ay kanin lang, at paparesan lang ito ng kanin, or magda-dessert ka pa, at saka, or kakainan mo pa ng tinapay, actually, mas okay pang maglechon ka. Yes, mas okay pang maglechon ka alone. As long as walang pares na tinapay, walang pares na carbs, walang pares na soft drinks o desserts na mataas sa asukal. Kasi kahit asukal man yan, kanin man yan, tinapay man yan, o kung soft drinks man yan, kapag pumasok na sila sa katawan mo at naiproseso na sila ng ating liver, it will all come out as blood glucose. Okay? If hindi man blood glucose, for example, hindi ka kumain ng lahat ng yon, but sinabi sa'yo ng isang doktor mo, kumain ka lang ng prutas, damihan mo lang ng prutas. Actually, fruits is also elevated in fructose. At kapag sobrang taas ng fructose, it is highly related to production of fatty liver because it is highly inflammatory. So, hindi rin ito maganda. So, you might as well eat fats coming from animal fats, the good ones, ha? Hindi, kapag sinabi ko ng fats, hindi ko ibig sabihin maglalaklak ka ng vegetable oil dyan or kakain ka ng margarine dyan. We are actually very, very choosy when it comes to our fat intake. We only eat the good fats. Ano yung good fats na alam natin? Safest would be coconut oil. We also have avocado oil or real avocado fruit. Also, eggs, no? Eggs, especially the yolk of the eggs are very much healthy and parang punong-puno siya, complete nutrients talaga yung eggs. As long as kahit butter yan, butter is healthier as compared to margarine. Butter, especially grass-fed, is considered healthy as long as you keep your overall intake low carb, okay? So, mas mabuti pang kumain ka ng totoong baboy, totoong lechon, chicharon, mas mabuti pa yon kaysa kumain ka ng tinapay, kanin, at yung ulam mo ay carbs pa din tulad ng pansit, sotanghon, ano pa ba, bihon, miswa, kasi Chinese New Year ngayon eh. Ano pa ba? Marami, all yung mga birthday pansit, all the noodles, all the ramen, kung yun lang naman ang uulamin mo, you are better off eating pork alone. Hindi nakakasama sa katawan yung baboy. But of course, you don't do that immediately if on a day-to-day basis. Like, today kakain ako ng high carb, bukas kakain ako ng baboy. Hindi ganyan because high carbohydrate intake, its damage in our body can stay there. The insulin spike can stay in 18 hours, and if you will sustain that after 18 hours, kumain ka ng, for example, today kumain ka ng kanin, 18 hours magsi-circulate yung insulin sa katawan mo. Gugutumin ka. After 18 hours, after a while, 2 hours pa lang, kumain ka na naman ulit ng isang, say for example, tinapay, at yun na naman. Your another cycle of 18 hours will restart na naman. So, para siyang load na hindi nag-e-expire. So, yun din yung mangyayari. So, if you go into the mistake, having the mistake of eating low-carb, high-fat diet intermittently, together with occasional, intermittent then a high-carb diet, actually, that can also become very dangerous. So, if you do commit all at once, no? However, how about yung mga hindi kayang mag-high fat na nagdidiri talaga sila or sumasakit yung tiyan nila kasi meron na silang gallbladder stone, for example, no? Alam natin kung sino yan. Hello EJ, hello Mona, good afternoon sa inyo, happy Chinese New Year. So, tulad ni Maming na meron ng gallbladder stone before pa siya nag-low carb. So, every time kumakain siya ng fats, although nag-fasting siya na wala for the last 5 years, wala ng symptoms, but the moment she took a combination of high carb, high fat diet, doon na nag-obstruct yung kanyang gallbladder stone. So my mom underwent emergency procedure. Inoperahan siya at kinuha yung gallbladder niya December 26, no? Doon kami nag-Christmas sa ospital kasama yung brother ko. So that can happen. So it is very important that if you choose to do low carb, you do it consistently, you do it wholeheartedly, or else baka meron pang more damage than harm. And if you are unsure, you are better advised, no, to seek consult talaga with a physician. And of course, since you are considering low carb, you also consider physicians that are knowledgeable with low carb lifestyle, no. However, if hindi talaga kaya mag low carb, anong pwedeng gawin? So usually nilalagay natin yan. We have a book. I wrote it in the book, no? So, low carb nutrition is actually the gist or yung pinaka-important part ng book 2 natin, which is Perfect at Last Health, no? Eat to heal. Ano ang kainin para gumaling, no? How you can eat your way through healing. Tapos, ano naman yung book 1? Book 1 is actually what we consider as the most important thing na kailangan nating tanggapin as humans if we want to optimize our health. It's entitled Perfect at Last Weight, an Evolutionary Perspectives Guide on Attaining an Ideal Body Weight the Fastest, Most Natural Way. So, yan lang yung title niya, mahaba, medyo OA, at kung ano-ano man. But actually, on a shorter note, it is just a fasting protocol. But before, when I wrote that book way earlier in 2019, no, wala pa akong nakikilalang naglo-low carb. Hindi ako member ng kahit anong low carb group, no? So when I discovered low carb and fasting, it is under my own research lang talaga. It is by accident, but most of the inspirations and my mentors when it comes to this are actually based on Western countries, no? So sila Dr. Jason Fong, sila Dr. Berg, kahit yung fasting guru na si Lauren Lockman na hindi siya doktor, but he is an advocate of water fasting, no? So when I discovered it, ako pa lang ang nakikilala ko sa buong Pilipinas na nagpa-practice ng fasting. So, alam nyo naman, I may be active in social media now with our Facebook Live, but hindi mo ako madalas na nakikita sa Facebook or nagbabrowse ng anything else. Hindi ako gumaganon. So, I'm not really aware na meron na palang growing community of low-carb practitioners and fasters in the Philippines. So, when I published this book, natatakot ako na baka when I put the word fasting in the title, baka matakot yung iba, and I know the prejudice behind it. So baka walang bumasa. So what I made it into is as a weight loss book na hindi alam how the protocol will happen. So I was capitalizing on the idea na merong magbasa, try to open it, and I will convince them that fasting is a good thing. Slowly but surely. Hindi nila alam na kino-convince ko sila about fasting. So that's why book 1, for all of those of you who have read it, it was presented in such a way na parang nagkakwentuhan lang tayo. And it was presented in such a way na parang ang tao ay wala pa talagang kahit ni katiting na idea about fasting. So it was introduced that way, and that is also one thing that beginners can do. If you cannot do a strict low carb, if you cannot say no to carbohydrates pa, just like my brother before, no, you can start with fasting. So fasting by nature, it is something that is instinctive. It is something that is natural for us kasi mas marami yung panahon na wala tayong makain kesa sa meron tayong pagkain all throughout the time na available. Wala pa nung unang panahon, walang breakfast cereals, walang instant noodles, walang refrigerator even, wala pang masyadong discovery of fermentation or even other means to preserve foods, no? So, whenever food is available, kinakain yan agad. Hindi na yan pinapreserve pa or sinisave for the rainy days or whatnot. So, yun yung possible na you can do. So, you can do intermittent fasting and you can also do extended fasting. But that is enough for today kasi baka mauubusan tayo ng panahon. And for those of you who are interested, you can read the books. We also have PDF copy if sanay kayong magbasa sa gamit yung mga tablets and phones niyo, just send a message in my page and my clinic manager will be the one to help you, to assist you with this, no? But to cut it short, fasting is just the deliberate saying no to food and calorie containing drinks like soft drinks, fruit juices, and even addition of sugar para while you are not yet eating. So to start, what you can do is just extend your overnight fast. So, every day, nagpa-fasting talaga tayo. Yung hindi pagkain ng kung ano-ano. That is when we are sleeping. So, it is said that the benefit of fasting when it comes to metabolic health, to our health, will starting from 12 hours and up, no? So, you can start by fasting starting 12 hours. So, for example, if kumain ka ng dinner, like ako ngayon, nandito pa lang yung dinner namin. So, my family are waiting na matapos tayo ng live so that we can eat. So, baka matapos kami around 8. So, kapag kumain ka ng 8, last subo mo, 8 in the evening, your first or earliest intake of meal the next day should also be 8 o'clock or later. So we emphasize on later kasi when you are already used to fasting, you can slowly increase it as long as you can, depending on your goals, no? So if your goal is, for example, weight loss or healing, the longer your fasting is actually the better yung effect nyo health-wise, no? So right now, we are practicing a minimum of 16 to 18 hours. So for me, it's 18 hours of fasting. So if 8 ako last kumain, mamaya, last kakain. So the earliest meal intake ko dapat bukas would be around 2 o'clock. Okay? So I can have an 18 hours. So ngayon, since 10 ako last kumain kagabi, pwede na akong kumain by 4 o'clock. But since na busy, I still have had online consultations and continued with our live FB episodes. So, na-move siya until 8. So, later, until 6 or 7 later. So, I will have a total of fasting na around 20 to 21 hours of fasting. So, yun yung basic ng low-carb nutrition and fasting lifestyle. As with low-carb, dahil especially sa mga Pinoys and Asians, no, it's good. We are actually lucky na ang pagkain ng mga Pinoy, yung ulam natin, is actually mostly low-carb. Isda, baboy, karne, itlog, kahit yung dried fish. Ano nga yung dried fish sa dried fish sa Tagalog? Sa Bisaya, it's bulad. In Ilonggo, it's uga. Sa Tagalog, ano nga yung mga daing? Ano yun? Daing ba yun? Or ano ba? Meron pa bang other terms sa dried fish? Salted dried fish? So, yun. Kahit yun, those are all low carb kasi walang sugar. Konti lang yung mga sugary, like mga processed, like tocino, chorizo, yun. Kasi pinapatamis talaga natin. But we are lucky that most of the foods that our favorite, mga sinigang, mga tinola, kaldereta, yung mga kaldereta, sometimes may sugar, no? Pero others, most foods, adobo, pwede siyang maging low carb as long as hindi natin ito i-prepare up with, say for example, rice, bread, and all those. Buwad, tuyo. Thank you so much po, Sharon Roldan, for watching. My brother Alvin is watching with our other brother, Bapi. Thank you so much. Hello, Bapi Palanga. I love you so much. And Venus, right? Fasting helps curb down irregular insulin spikes and help regulate insulin in the long run. So, maganda po. Thank you so much, Doc, for your comment. So, yun yung basic natin sa fasting and low carb lifestyle. So, before we end, kasi baka kulangin tayo ng oras, Kong Hei Hua Chai. Chick talaga ni si AJ, oh. Jainber, my dear. Kong Hei Fat Chai, Doki. So, Hei Fat Chai sa'yo, Palangga. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again. Baka hindi mo na ako pansinin kasi lumalabas na yung collarbone mo. Pansinin mo ko when we, visit ka dito. Dito kayo ni Kay Marie, mag-unlimited pork kayo dito bukas or on Sunday. Or baka meron na kayong ka-Valentine's date, bring them here as well. So, Gina de Guzman Meneses, hello po. Rhea Salamanca and Dang Elazar, watching from Palawan. Wow! Kung hey Patchoy din sa'yo, Ma'am Sharon Roldan. And pero parang merong problema sa ating with the technical side, no? So, naputol na naman ulit. I hate to cut this short, but our time is almost up. So, to our other comments and questions, I hope you get to stay tuned for our next live episode on Monday para ma-answer natin yung mga questions na hindi natin answer ngayon. So, I think the last question was if okay lang ba everyday yung OMAD, okay? Depende on your goal and your current status. As long as you still keep on improving, pwede mong i-retain yung OMAD mo. But remember, yung katawan natin, parati nasasanay yan. Madali yang masanay. So, sometimes, merong advantage if we mix things up when it comes to our diet. So, hindi pwedeng ganyan lang parate all day, every day, no? So, it's sometimes a surprise kung minsan hindi alam ng katawan mo if magpa-fasting ka ngayon or magpa-fiesta ka ngayon. As long as you fast more than you feast, okay? So, if you are on OMAD and still seeing progress, is still seeing improvement sa katawan mo, so I will show you the sky, okay? Maganda yung sky ngayon sa likod natin, okay? So, papunta na talaga ng gabi. And it's a good sky. It's a beautiful sky right now, no? It's a clear, cloudy sky, but maganda siya. So, I think it's a good sign for each and everyone. Happy Chinese New Year. But for those na nagtanong na mag-OMAD everyday, I think OMAD is okay everyday as long as you keep on seeing progress. Pero if nag-stall na yung weight loss mo, and if you think na yung blood parameters mo, if you're monitoring for healing purposes, then you can look it up. It's actually a part of the book 1, no? Meron yang weight loss plateaus, how to address that, and of course other parameters, anong pwedeng gawin if ever nagsustall na or wala nang improvement. So you can do that. We have so many fasting schedules. OMAD is one of the best, especially actually para sa mga beginners, no? So OMAD, before we end, I would like to emphasize it's a minimum of 19 hours fasting. You can fast as long as 23 hours, no? Yung iba nga, kahit up to 24 hours, as long as after that, they eat only once a day, no? Pwedeng kainin nila in one sitting, and pwede rin one regular eating and another very, very light meal in a matter of 4 to 5 hours. So, kahit OMAD siya sabihin, but as long as your fasting is more than 19 hours, that can still be considered as OMAD, as long as you don't feast twice during that 4 to 5 hours. If you're eating a regular meal lang, and then you open or close it with a very light meal in a 4 to 5 hour window period of eating, that can still be considered as OMAD. So, as much as possible, stay low carb, no? That's a way to go if you want to maximize the health benefits of all those. So, maraming salamat. I know the others baka naiwan sila sa previews natin na live. This is part 2 again. Thank you in advance, EJ, for cutting kanina. Baka nakita nyo doon, no? Na before nagka-problema sa ating videos. I hope you get to be with me until the end here. So, maraming salamat. Eleanor Papio Caranza, Happy Chinese New Year. Dami ko carbs na kain kanina. Sus, ako nga, gusto ko sana mag-prepare ng low-carb tikoy, no? Kaya lang hindi na ako naka-time, so tingnan na lang natin. Fred Manamtam, good evening. Sorry, late ako po. Meron po tayong part 1 ha. This one is already part 2. We are already about to end our Friday Chinese New Year special episode for beginners, especially. Rosaline Rigor Garcia, hello. M. Sanchez, hello. Gandang gabi. Ayang Blanquero, of course. Kong hey Fat Choy, sa'yo din. Hi po, Diet Doctora. That's actually my dearest friend, Dr. Kenneth Redelosa Tan. Hello and Happy Chinese New Year sa iyong mommy. Hello, Doc Lojan Padilla, Doctor. Magandang gabi po. Joanne Reyes, thanks Doc. G. Delamar, Gong Shi Fakay. Happy Lunar New Year to all. Happy Lunar New Year po. Thank you so much. Hi po. Magbisdak ta, Doc. Ganahan yung ka magbisdak. Pwede naman ta magbisdak. But for the sake of everyone, we are speaking the Filipino language para mas madaling maintindihan ng lahat. However, we are already nearing our time, no? Overtime na ba tayo? Yes, we are almost mag-overtime na tayo. So, meron pa bang question doon? And I can't recall kung meron pang question doon. I can remember the question about OMAD and varicose veins. And ano nga yun? Meron yung suggestion kanina. na ano daw yung topic na pwede nating i-discuss next time. Next time, sige, tingnan natin kung ano next time. But for if you have topics you want to discuss, no, kindly send me a message or put it in the comment section and we will see how we can accommodate it. We have Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays as our live FB episode and we'll try to tackle about that. I hope you get to learn something from this video. Maven Gayares, hi Doc, watching from CLMMRH. CLMMRH is my alumni. I'm alumni na ako, no? Graduate ako ng CLMMRH residency training. So, thank you. Thank you so much, Maven. I'm happy. I hope to see you there soon, no? Babalik ako ng Corazon because we always belong to Corazon. So, I think that's it for now. Maraming salamat, Doc Nerissa. Hello po. Good evening. Your orders of low-carb goodies are on their way. And maraming salamat po. I hope you are enjoying, especially the book 3. Book 3 is really very, very special for me. And for those who have read it, they know how special it is. And I hope you get to enjoy it and get whatever benefit that you can from it as well. Thank you. Richelle Pagaduan Domingo, thank you very much. The pleasure is really mine. The honor is mine. So thank you then po for always being here with me. Maraming salamat po. Happy Chinese New Year. Gongchi Pakkay. Konghei Fat Choi. Happy Lunar New Year to each and everyone. Happy Year of the Ox. I wish everyone abundance, love, good health, longevity, and all the happiness that we all deserve. Joy! Hello! Thank you so much. Nakahabol pa. I hope you get to watch the replay, no, yung part 1 ng video na to kasi nakat kanina. I hope you get to watch that. Hello Reyes Malamangka, happy Chinese New Year to you and your family. Joanne Reyes, masaya ako Doc kasi Cebuano pala kayo. Yes, Bisaya kayo ko. Oy, although hindi talaga ako true Bisaya, pretending to be Bisaya lang. I am born and raised in Negros Occidental, so it's Hiligaynon or Ilonggo for me, but 1/3 of my life was spent in Cebu during college and medicine. So, doon talaga yung one of my large part of my adult memories, no? So, yun. One of my good friends there, no? One of my pinaka-mamahal, pinangga kayo na ko na amigo, si Dr. Kenneth Brian Tan. Love kayo. Thank you so much and happy Chinese New Year to all. Have a happy weekend ahead. Have a productive one and I wish you all the best. Maraming salamat and thank you for tuning in. Always remember not to fast as long as you can and when you do eat, I hope you do stay low carb so that you will stay safe. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye.